Hello everyone and welcome back to an Infinite Magicraid video. I have recently made a content creator for this game. So what we're going to be doing today is some wishing, just to kind of show you how this wishing is going to go, because there is some new events in this game. First time we're seeing some of these events where it's like a wishing event where you have multiple different commanders on this list that you can grab, and you also can get a free legendary if you pull a legendary. And then we're also going to go ahead and show you, just real quickly, go through like what is the chance of getting these commanders. So there's a times 10 on these 5 legendary commanders, and there's a times 5 on these epic commanders. So in this game, what you're basically going to do, as I showed you in the previous video, is it's very similar to like Raid Shadow Legends, but I would say it's a much more free-to-play friendly game because they give you a lot of free stuff over time and a lot of free gems, so that you can keep playing this game much more frequently than I think you can play Raid Shadow Legends and some of those kinds of games, and it's a little bit more chill game to play. And the commanders kind of look like this here. These are some of the commanders I have obtained so far. We'll get to the wishing here pretty soon, but I'm really thinking that I'm going to be going for a lot of these Doom Legion commanders, and there are 2 of them in the polls that I will try to get today. I'll show you those here in a little bit, but I will be making some commander guides here pretty soon on all these commanders here that I have, give you some tips, some tricks, and also down in the description below there will be a link to download this game if you want to try it out for yourself and get some more information on this game. So we're going to go ahead and get into the wishing, because I have saved 108 of these excellent wishes to go ahead and pull as many legendary commanders as we can in this video. And then we're also going to pull like 1 or so supreme wishes, and then we're also going to do the refined wishes, all 700 of those, and see what kind of commanders we can get out of these wishes. And then we're also going to review what commanders I get, and then also see about doing anything else in this game, just to kind of show you some things in this game. So we're going to go ahead and start off with these refined wishes just to get us really warmed up. So when you're playing this game, you're going to want to save up your wishes for events similar to the one that we're doing right now. I will definitely say that doing the wishes here, like for events, is definitely much better than doing it whenever you're not doing events, because you're going to get much better rewards. A lot of the commanders you're going to get in these like blue shards here are going to be basically your food commanders. Occasionally you will get an epic in these, like I just got right there. There's an epic there, a 4-star, which is not as likely as like the 1 to 3-star, but if you save up a bunch of these, you'll definitely get more of these food kind of commanders, and also occasionally an epic commander that you can go ahead and try and do. I'll be making some tier list guides when I have some more time on this game also for those kinds of commanders, to kind of give you an idea of what kind of epic commanders you're going to want to go ahead and get, and also what legendaries I think are really, really good for this game. So those were all the, basically, I would say, basically your silver keys kind of pulls right here. Now 108 of these, I'm going to be able to try to pull this Doom Legion commander here. He's a defense commander, and he's also this force mark and defense. So I think this commander is pretty cool because he's got some defensive capabilities to be your kind of tank in your team. A good tank is nice to know if he can like basically, you know, taunt the enemy and basically take all the damage in the front. So this guy does some HP burning and some things like that. I will go ahead and try and describe that in a different video, because I'm going to basically give you what kind of debuffs are in this game, what kind of damage can they do. There's like burn debuff, there's some HP burning, there's some other types of classes of commanders in this game, offense, support, and things like that we can go over later on. But the 2 commanders I'm really wanting are Jennifer and going to be Gunner, because I'm trying to build up my Doom Legion squad, because I have these hero right here as Margarita. I'm probably saying that wrong, but this is my favorite commander so far for Doom Legion. She does a lot of damage, and I'm really wanting to build up that team so that we can get some extra buffs if you use the same commanders together. So let's go ahead and get into pulling as many of these excellent wishes as we can, see if we're going to get any legendaries out of all these pulls. And for these, you're mostly going to get epics in this, so you're going to see a lot of 4-stars. You're basically guaranteed a 4-star or 5-star legendary if you do a 10 pull. So you're going to want to make sure you're saving these up for events, because it's most likely going to give you an epic or a legendary commander no matter how many pulls you do. Here we did get the epic commander that is up ×5 that you can get, which is really, really good to get. We're going to go ahead and keep pulling here. Got another epic. We're not seeing any legendaries yet, but if we get a legendary, we do get an extra free legendary. So we're still pulling some of the epics that we have had before, but we still have a lot of wishes to go here. The epic I just pulled is one of the best epics in the game. I have 2 or 3 versions of him already. Basically, like, I've pulled him a couple times. I'm still trying to understand if we can keep going ahead and using those commanders as food, or if there's another way to use those commanders in a different way. So we're still pulling epics here, so I'm really hoping we get at least one legendary. Out of all this, we definitely pulled another epic commander. We have 20 more pulls. We do get a guaranteed legendary, which is really nice. Also another nice thing about this game is they don't really reset your like pity for this. So if you have a lot of wishes and you're playing this for events, you're getting a lot of points, you're basically guaranteed a legendary every 100 or so pulls for one of these kind of wishing events. You can also pull the like super legendary ones and get you a guaranteed. But here's my guaranteed legendary, and hopefully it is one of the commanders that I got. It is not, but this is definitely a high DPS commander, single target. We will review this commander myself later on to see if I'm going to be using him, but it is nice to get a legendary. Once I get this legendary, I will get another guaranteed after this as far as I know, so let's see if we get another guaranteed legendary. Here's our second legendary, and this is Horus, which I think was another commander that is pretty good. I know that getting a guaranteed legendary is really nice because if you can fill up pretty much all your marches with mostly legendaries, it's really nice. But if you can also max out your epics, those are also really, really good. So that was my double legendary, and we'll go ahead and see about seeing can we get any more of these to get another 10 pull. I think I might be just slightly short, so we can't really do any more pulls right there. Let me see if we can get anything from this wish rebate. We did get a couple of rewards, so the more wishes you do, the more rewards you can get. Obviously, these are the wishes. These are basically what your skill scrolls are, and this is your mythic heroes, which we'll go over those mythic heroes at the end of this video, just to kind of give you like what are the best commanders in the game that you can pull, or you can't really pull them, but you can make them. So we'll show you that at the end of this video. Another epic here, and those are all the wishes that I have for those wishes. I haven't been saving these too much because it is very hard to get these kinds of wishes, because you are guaranteed an epic or a legendary no matter what happens here. So I got an epic. I do not have any more of these because it's much harder to get these supreme wishes than it is these excellent wishes. Excellent wishes you can easily buy from the store for gems, and if you save your gems, you can definitely buy a lot of wishes and do really well in one of these events and go ahead and get you some things that you really want. Now we're going to see how many points we got here. I think we get some points for some of these events here. So we got all the points here pretty much all the way through. So we got 7,000 points because we had over 100 wishes. We're going to claim all of that and then see what rank we are. We're rank 1 right now for this event in basically our tier, but I'm sure I'll be dropped down after a while because I probably didn't save as many wishes as I'd hoped to. But I've been saving for a while now, and those are basically all the wishes I can do at this time. I wish I could have had more of the legendary ones because I know that you can definitely pull an epic or a legendary from those, and that's much better. But real quickly, right before we end this video, we're going to go ahead and go over the mythic heroes in this game. So these are the mythic heroes as you kind of scroll through here, and that you can get from this game, but you have to craft these mythic tier heroes with these shards. And as you can see in the top right, I have 18 so far, and there's going to be numerous different events that you can do in this game that are going to give you mythic hero shards, and a lot of them are going to depend on basically the event itself. Some of them you're going to basically have to click on them and see which ones give you mythic hero shards, but the ones that usually give you ones are tournaments, trials, things like that, where you have to do a lot of missions and things like that to get these, and you have to basically rank high in a decent spot, get you a couple at a time. But if you're smart, you save up, you can get probably a couple from, maybe you can break top 100 and get a couple there, and then you can also get the top 5 to 10% and get a couple there. It will take you a very long time, I feel like, to basically get a mythic tier, because those mythic tier are so much probably more powerful than the other heroes that they want to kind of slow your roll on that, because you're getting legendaries anyways. you might as well slow roll a little bit on the mythic tier because those are the next step up. And then I think you use crystals and some things like that to upgrade your legendaries. For skills in this game, you use these skill scrolls like I was kind of saying. You don't really want to use these epics on the legendary tier heroes because you can use them on the epics, and you want to make sure in the beginning of the game that you have your epics maxed out if you can, because it's going to give them much more power. So I appreciate you guys for watching this video. Remember, there's a link in the description to download this game. Don't forget to drop a like on the video, subscribe if you haven't already, because tomorrow at 17 roughly UTC, we're going to be playing Rise of Kingdoms again, and we're going to be streaming the JST 1365 Kingsland. We'll see how that goes. So thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.